I am Ruth Mortimer, and I'm really delighted to be here, moderating a conversation about customer engagement, which is probably the most important thing for any brand marketer. And after a year of the pandemic, data shows that 60% of businesses are about to invest in the next 12 months in this space. But who are the ones who are actually going to turn that perceived engagement into actual true participation?
The focus needs to be on business results and impact. When I say that, I mean, it's not top of the funnel metrics like clicks and even conversions off of campaigns. It's really that lifetime value focus and how the combination of campaigns that you're sending over time in combination with all the other activities that a brand is running are impacting that long-term customer behavior. So we really try to work with our customers to think more about life stages, life cycle, LTV, not the top of the funnel metrics, which are more temporal and not necessarily really telling you the full story.
Ultimately, for the consumer, we focus quite a bit on penetration, which we would define as, how many people during a given time period are consuming our products. One of the nice things about beer is it's relatively low cost, low entry. So hopefully, we're having people who come back to the category and come back to our brands multiple times within a year.
We're still more at the stage where we're trying to work out how do we get all the data into one place? How do we build something that is a system that, you add on an extra campaign by campaign, but it becomes into a beautiful model and then self-operates.
I think the role of customer engagement sits with each and every one of us who sits within the business. So regardless of whether you're sitting in head office or in our case, one of our franchisees or sandwich artists, it's the responsibility of everyone. And so whilst some of that brand positioning and brand purpose work might be done at a global level, when it comes to the local execution, I think that's really where there needs to be that joined up thinking and the joined up communication.
We actually fielded some research recently on customer engagement. We actually found that only, whereas everyone agrees that it should be cross-functional, it really isn't the responsibility of marketing per se, that it needs to be shared across marketing, like customer service, product. There's basically anywhere you have customer touch points. I think everyone would agree that's the ideal state. Our research said only 5% of companies out there have permanent multidisciplinary teams in place that own customer engagement.
It absolutely fundamentally has to be something that every single person in the organization takes seriously, because if it is left to one department, then it simply will not be possible to connect all the different elements of what the experience will be.
We do a lot of proprietary work in this space. We basically call it our brand health tracker. And our research and insights team conducts this quarterly, I believe, in our top markets. So it is something that we're tracking. We're making sure that we're, moving in the right direction. It's important for our relationships with our banks. So it's short answer, yes, we do keep an eye on this.
Those brands with which people had the greatest sense that they wanted to participate or be, there was some sort of participation elements within it, always outperformed the market. Greater emphasis on customer engagement and participation has a fundamental sort of commercial impact.
It really is ensuring we provide a frictionless customer journey. I think there's so often things fall on the ground that are quite disjointed. And so it's like, how can we ensure, and it is kind of, Miles, to your point, like the weaving in the data and technology across all of our platforms. So every point that they come in and out of, whether it's our app or website or push or channels, email, whatever they may be, it is sending them a relevant and right message that links pre and post.
So even within social, we're always trying to tweak and understand, when is the most effective moment, what is the most effective time, who are the most effective individuals to reach. But in general, social does play quite well for us, and that's probably because of the fact that it is a social category in beer.
Consumers are changing so fast, not just because of the pandemic, etc., but just because of the evolution of technology, etc., and really making sure that you not just understand them now, but you keep that understanding of consumers fresh.
Figuring out who you are, how you can be relevant, how you can help, and then making that the focus of what you're talking about.